Hello everyone, this is Crystal with Stitching Crystal. Thank you for coming back. If you've been a subscriber or you've seen other videos, and welcome if you're new. Before we get started today, please subscribe if you haven't already, or hit that like button. It really does go a long way into encouraging me, and as well hopefully encouraging you guys with your stitching. So please help if you can. I know we're a little late on this. Normally I have been uploading videos on the weekend, usually Sundays, and now it's Wednesday, so we're a little like halfway into the next week. I wanted to try something new, so that's why it's a little bit delayed this week. And there's actually been some changes and some progress this week, so I'm really excited to show you guys that and go over everything. So first things first, we do have a couple of new to you guys pieces that I've been working on this week. And the first one is going to be called Butterfly Port Mauve. Mauve? I can never say that word. It's the color mauve? Mauve? Can never do it. And so I got these printed to help out because I feel like if you don't see the picture, it's hard to like visualize the whole thing, and this is very visual. So this is what it's going to look like. I picked this one just because I love the different colors, and kind of, to some of you it might not seem, but I like the simplicity of the different flowers and everything like that. And a lot of the colors in the other projects I work tend to be dark, so I like to have something that I can go to if I'm just completely, or lately they've been dark, so I like having something opposite that I can go to if I get overwhelmed with like black or dark blue or something like that. So we've got this one. When I started, because it's been a while since I actually worked on this one, I was at 0.51%, so not even 1%. And I ended up doing 0.65%. So we got some headway on that. Not a ton, but we did. And that one, I kept it in the hoop because if it's not bigger than the square, it doesn't make sense to take the time to take it out. So we got that one. Really just filling in that first, I think this is the first half page, and it actually lines up perfectly. And so I'm just working on like this corner here. And there are some color changes down here kind of at the bottom, but really liking that one. Lots of pink, kind of a fan. And so next, one that you guys have already seen. This is the, let me switch here. It's the Hanging Bunches of Medicinal Herbs. And I had a photo of this up for YouTube, but because I was doing 3 of them and I was doing multiple pieces this time, I wanted to have something that I could actually include in the video, so that's why I did it this way. This is what it's going to look like, minus the Heaven and Earth Designs logo across the middle of it. This is what it's going to look like when completed. And that one, this one over here. And that one is here so far. So really this is the first 2 pages of the top left-hand corner. And I actually was starting the 3rd. I'm working my way down now. So this right here, you can tell, is the end of where page 1 is. So for the most part, I was able to get the first entire row of the top of it done, which really exciting stuff, especially since I worked on other projects this week. We were at 5.11% last week, and I got 5.37% this week. So that's about 1/3 of the percentage. So even with all the other stitches I did on other projects, I feel like that's pretty good. Making some good progress. And I'm really excited because when we get down further down here on this row, the herbs will actually expand. So it won't just be blue and black, which, I mean, I enjoy stitching. I think it's like 4 or 5 colors. So I do enjoy doing that, just because you feel like you're moving along and you actually get a lot done. But it can also be good to shake it up a little bit. So that's this one. And the last one, yes, I worked on 3 this time. I told you guys, I just kind of go where it feels right. So, is Gobbler Farms. It's a little Thanksgiving, my gosh. I really like all of the colors. I'm a big fan of pumpkins. I have another cross stitch that I haven't brought out yet. Oh, there's like 9 that I'm actively working on because I got all the photos done for them. So there's 9 I'm actively working on that are full coverage like this. Don't ask me how many are on my wish list or my I want to buy list on the website for Heaven and Earth Designs, because I got like 6 pages. It's horrible. But Gobbler Farms, I had started on this one before. Before I started this week, I was at 0.33%. This one's kind of hard because I am starting in, it's hard to do it backwards. I'm starting in this corner. So there's kind of a lot of different colors, confetti going on all around. It's not confetti, like drenched in confetti stitches in here. So I'm thankful for that. You know, there's a lot of like pieces where like there are leaves. So the shape of the leaf is in one color or 2 colors. So that really helps. But at the end of the day, it's a lot of different colors and color changes. So this is what I've got so far. And again, we're at 0.61%. And I wanted to bring this one up too because the frog visited me. And for those who don't know, frogging means when you put stitches in and then you have to take them out. So as you can see, I'm going to get closer here. The frog visited me right here because you can see all that. And so I had to take all of those out. But I really do like how this is looking so far with all the different color changes and everything. You guys might be worried. You're like, oh, I can see your thread back here. It's a full coverage. You're not going to be able to see it once I fill it in. So if it wasn't a full coverage piece and I had, you know, like stars or something on the outside, that is something you have to worry about with cross stitching, but not for full coverage. So I'm thankful about that. But yeah, that was kind of sad because that was what, 100 stitches that I did, and I was feeling really good about it. And I did it here, and it was supposed to be up here in that region, so that really sucked, but still made a lot of progress on it. I don't really get visited by the frog, so to speak. I look it up every time, and I can't remember why it's called the frog. But maybe I'll have to look it up again. But I don't really do that often with all the gridding that I do. Pattern Keeper, it really helps to make sure that, you know, I'm not off, but it happens. So it's good to show you guys so you guys know that you're not alone should that happen to you. And we live and we learn. So I think I did really well this week, week and a half. I think I did close to 2,000 stitches, which, well, I did 800 on Gobbler. I didn't write it down for the butterfly, the Port Mauve, butterfly Port Mauve one. But I did over 1,000 stitches actually on hanging bunches of medicinal herbs. So somewhere near 2,000 stitches. My best day that I think that I've ever paid attention to on Pattern Keeper, which I love that it'll count everything for you and do the math for you. I think my best day ever was 1,700, and I literally spent the entire day cross stitching, like watching movies, cross stitching. Haven't done that in a very long time, but so is it great? But for saying that I'm working and I am still hopefully soon going to be moving into a house. So I've got a bunch of stuff going on with that too. With all of that being said, I feel really confident about this, really good about it. Yeah, I'm really liking it. I still am using my bag to carry things around. And so it's been a little full with all three, because I like to have three so that way I can, you know, if I'm working on three, I can just go and pick which one and kind of go from there, especially if I'm actively working on it. I did want to show you this real quick. So I have shown you that this is how I keep my floss in one of the other videos. I had two rings though for, so this massive ring that I'm using for the bigger one, because I ended up getting all of the colors. This is all of them, I think, but like maybe 10 of them that I haven't put on the cards yet. I was doing that this week too. But that's all of them for the hanging bunches of medicinal herb. So I'm happy I've got that, but I've got some on these smaller rings for the other two, for the gobbler and the butterfly Port Mauve. I feel like I'm saying that wrong. So what I decided to do, just to make it simple, because I've got all three in the bag, I used to have them in their own Ziploc bag, but because I've got this handy dandy cross stitch bag, I put them in there. So all I did is I just put them on here, and it's made it really cool because I don't obviously have all 89, 90, 100 colors on here yet. I've got some of the more popular, I don't feel like that's the right word. I have the ones that are mostly used in that corner here. So that means I don't have all the colors. And the cool thing about this is this other project may have some of them, because you can see the pink and stuff in here. So if I have the three projects together and I'm missing a color in one, I can just take a look and see if I've got it in the other. So, and that has helped out a couple of times, especially with Gobbler Farm. So I'm very excited. So I am going to try to, don't hold me to anything, put up another posting this weekend. It may or may not be on my progress, depending on how much I get done. I might just do another video on something else that I've decided that, you know, maybe would be helpful if I share that. But we shall see. I'm excited. So again, please subscribe if you can, like the video, comment if I'm missing anything or you have questions on anything. If I can't help you figure out the answer to the question, I should be able to hopefully lead you in a direction that would help. So thank you again. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.